Looking to get organized? In today's video, I'm going to show you some organizing and decluttering tips that work wonders. Hello, I'm Noreen Burke, a professional organizer, and this is my YouTube channel, The Crafty Organizer. I love bringing you all types of things on organizing, decluttering, DIYs, upcycles, and the occasional crafty project. If those are the types of things you're interested, please make sure to click that subscribe button. So what I'm going to say is going to sound totally simplistic, so make sure you listen all the way to the end. Don't click away yet. But one of the biggest tricks that I have is get everything out and sort it, and I'm going to be doing that with you, but put away your favorite things first. Hear me out. By putting your favorite things away first, you're already prioritizing what you're interested in, what you use, what you want around you. And this doesn't just apply to the craft room. This works in the kitchen, the garage, your office, your bedroom. Get those favorite, most used things right next to you. Now, as you watch me organize and sort things out in a minute, I'm going to be pulling out things that should be thrown away, should be recycled. I'm starting a pile for donations, but the real magic is what I'm going to show you towards the end. Let's get started.
Here are all of my someday I'll craft stuff. Now, a lot of this is things that I use for my business, things I do for different crafts, but I'm also guilty of buying a lot of things on clearance and thinking I'll make gifts out of them or decor. So we're going to go through a lot of this, but my main point is to go through things. Always purge what you don't want or you don't think you're going to use. So right now I'm making two piles, things I know I don't want and things that I may or may not use. With the things that I'm going to use maybe someday, that's really the most important part of this video, and I'll get to that in a second. So I'm going to continue making piles. Certain things in this pile should be put in a separate place, like with the Christmas decor I just pulled out. Other things are absolutely recycle. I was keeping it for a possible project. This is one of them. Somebody gave me a challenge to duplicate one of the rolling carts from IKEA about a year ago, and I've been trying to figure it out. I know I'm going to keep a lot of these signs, but honestly, you guys, do I need 2 feet high worth of signs to make? No, I don't. So I'm going to keep the holiday ones. I'm going to discard a lot of these and just donate them, so I'm going to get rid of those. I will keep a few because I love making signs. It's something that I enjoy, and I very much like giving them as gifts. But most of these, they're going to go. So these are keepers. These are discards. I'm not keeping those. This one I got from a thrift store. I upcycled it, but I don't know. I'll probably give it one more try. So that's one we'll point out later. Now, this box is important because this box is giving me the size for what I can keep. Like, I don't need 4 of these, so I'm going to keep 2 and get rid of 2. If it fits inside of the box, I get to keep it. If it does not fit, I cannot keep it anymore. I'm giving myself a parameter, a guideline of what I can keep. And this is a really useful tip when you're trying to figure out just how much stuff you can keep. I don't know if you guys have seen this meme about the boxes, but truly, how many boxes do we need? But I love them, and I am going to keep these because I'm doing a project for you guys. But these other little containers that I was going to upcycle, I don't need anymore. When it does have a good lid, I have to confess I'm a little bit more inclined to keep it. So I'm going to keep going through and getting rid of the recycle things and the smaller projects, but I'm basically going to be boxing up most of this because the things that I truly love and want to use, I've already got out and in my specific area. These are all extra. If they were things that I was using, I would have already put it out in my space when I redid my area. I'm going to have these items boxed and set aside. I'm going to be putting dates on my calendar of when I'm going to revisit these things. What this does is it allows me to minimize my space and enjoy my actual craft area without getting rid of these things that I may or may not use. And if I do decide to craft something, I know right where it's at and it's organized. These cookie sheets worked great for me for my in-progress projects, but I haven't touched these for a few months. So what I'm left with are these two boxes. One is set projects for my videos, and the other are things that I'm hoping to work on someday. So just these two totes. Now here's where the magic really comes in. I've got some leftover things that genuinely need to be put away, some holiday stragglers that I'll need to deal with. This is all donation, yay me. And then I threw away some things that I just didn't need. Now, I've shown this before, but my miscellaneous box is truly one of my favorite tips to suggest to you. I use the large gallon-sized bags and some manila folders. I cut just the spine off the manila folder so that I get 2 out of each one. And all I do is cut off the bottom so it fits inside of the bag. And I just eyeball it, but you can certainly measure and mark. And what this does is allows me to write on the top what it is, but it also keeps the bag standing upright. So now I can put things inside. It keeps it super broken down so that I find things quickly and easily. And right now I'm just going to make a couple of extra empty blank ones so that as I acquire or work on projects later, I have a place to put them. Now I have my big miscellaneous box and things are alphabetized and I can just find them. So I have containers, fabric, floral things. I have wire, magnets. The this and that is probably my favorite because it really is a big miscellaneous thing. I'm going to do the same thing with my card making here, setting everything aside that I don't need, keeping those things that I really should be working on, but I'll be setting up a date in just a few minutes so that I have it on my calendar and I have a deadline. Here's another quick trick with boxes. Get out those manila folders. If it's too tall, set it along the side and just gently fold along the base of the box. Now all I'm going to be doing is inverting that fold. I'm taking the center of it, and I know I'm not explaining this well, but hopefully you can see it. I'm going to take the normal natural fold of it and make a W out of it. And that creates a box bottom so that they'll stand up inside. Let me show you again. So this is the fold where the box is, and this is the other side of it. And I'm just taking that center crease and creating a W so that it stands. And now I have an easy place to sort out my card making. So I'm separating it by ready-made cards, the blank envelopes and blank cards, and then the stickers and embellishments that I want to use on side here. I have a lot of card making because of the friend mail that I do, so a lot of this really is going to be used very soon. But I did find there were some things in there that I have not touched in a couple of years, so I'm happy to pass those on to someone else. Here it is all done. Now, one of the things I did come across, I had bought these die cuts on a huge clearance from Michael's years ago. I think I got a grab bag for about $5, and all of these sets were in there. There must have been 40 sets. I'd like to do a share away. It's not a giveaway because it isn't something new that I got, but these are all new die cuts. I'm going to make kits and I'm going to share them with the first 20 subscribers who comment die cuts in the comments below, and I'll be sending those out around the 18th of January. It's that simple. Hopefully you're interested, and if so, just leave that comment below. Now here's the part where it truly is going to make the biggest difference. I am now scheduling dates for all of those items that I looked at that I didn't want in my immediate area. They weren't my favorites, but I could not bring myself to let them go. So I'm scheduling it on my calendar. I'm writing a corresponding date on a post-it note. And what I'm going to do with those post-it notes is put it on the boxes so I see them and I'm reminded. I'm genuinely giving myself an opportunity to use these things or lose them. If I still have this stuff in here by that date, I'm either going to reschedule or I'm letting them finally go.
I have used this technique of setting things aside with a set date for so many of my clients. What it does is it gives them the ability to have an area they can breathe and enjoy in. It gives them that ability to really see they didn't need those extra items, but it gives them the security to know it's not gone. It's right in the other room or in the storage cabinet or out in the garage. They still have access to it. And sometimes just having that comfort of knowing it's still there is all you really need to process letting it go. I am a full advocate of upcycling and reusing as much as possible, but I'm also really here to cheer you on so that you can enjoy your space and not have the weight of all of those things around you. So many times I hear about people who cannot use their spaces because it's become overwhelming to them. Try this technique out. Put away your favorite things. Enjoy the space and have those items that you just don't know about put away. Put it on your calendar and revisit those things. And if you have found that you have not thought about it, not needed it, maybe you might need to extend that date one more time just so you really know. But when that date comes around, you will know conclusively that you didn't need these things. And hopefully you'll have enjoyed your space so much more during that time period. Now, the reason I really wanted to make this video for you today is because so often I personally have felt like, gosh, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I stay on top of XYZ? If you have an answer out there, please share it in the comments below, because I know I haven't been able to find that perfect balance in my life or in my home. And obviously, since I've gotten to do this as a living and help other people, they haven't either. Here's what my garage looks like behind my space right now. I pulled out things for Halloween. I transitioned from Halloween to fall and fall straight into Christmas. And I hit a funk over the holidays, so everything just got shoved and it's this giant mound of what have I done? But that's okay. I couldn't deal with it at the time, but I'm feeling better and I can deal with it now. And because I'm feeling better now, I'm going to take an opportunity to really pull out my holiday things, get rid of the things that I have been holding from year to year, either because I spent money on it or I had intended on doing something else with it. But truthfully, I have just been putting it back in the box and not using it year after year. I'm going to take care of that this year. Get rid of those items I don't need, donate them so someone else can love them and use them. And then when I put my things away, I'll be setting myself up for a much better holiday season at the end of this year. A huge thank you to my Patreons. I don't know what I would do without their support. They are allowing me to make these videos, help other people get organized virtually, and save up for that RV. My goal someday, soon, is to get an RV so I can start traveling throughout the US and helping you get organized. So if you're interested in becoming a Patreon, that information is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in just a few days. Bye!